Welcome back to Explore with J&J, and today we're exploring one of the most beautiful gems in St. Andrew. It's not so much hidden because it's become quite popular. We are exploring Pretty Close 1876.
All right. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jay. She's Jen. Well, I am Jeremy.
I'm Janelle,
aka
J and J.
And then, J and J.
All right, so for the reservation, a reservation is required, by the way. So we booked our reservation through WhatsApp. So you can shoot them a message on either their social media channels or through WhatsApp, and they'll send you all the details you need to book. They'll tell you what the package is like, the costs, and what you need to do before. So when we visited last year, the cost that we paid for lunch, or a lunch experience there, was $5,800 per person. And at least 50% of that amount is required as a deposit before the day, right, in order to confirm the reservation. And this included lunch, a cup of sip when you first enter the property. So this is
just basically broth.
Just a vegetable broth. You also had waterfall access, and you would have your guided tour up to the waterfalls, and you also have access to the waterfalls for the period of time that you're there.
Yeah, so that's that for sure. And then just to clarify, it is 5,800 Jamaican dollars. Let's put that out there. Jamaican dollars, not US. US at the time that we went was 35 USD at the time. So just want to clarify. But there are different times. So if you want to go for breakfast, you can. That was around 30 USD at the time, 4,900 Jamaican dollars. However, if you're feeling nice, and you feel like you want to go for the entire day, and you want to have breakfast, lunch, no, there's no dinner, sorry. So if you want to have breakfast and lunch, you can do that as well. As I said, you'd have to check with the team again. I'm not sure if this is still an option, but at the time when this was option to you, that was what?
9,000.
Yes, 9,700 GMD, 60 USD at the time. Yep. So those are the three different periods that you can go, and it's very important to note as well. They only open
from Wednesday to Sunday.
So
right.
Monday, Tuesday is out, and that's what to say. So yeah, that's it in terms of booking and reservation. But before we even get to that too, I just think there are just certain things that you're going to need that I think is critical to your booking process. So for instance, one of them, which is what I would advise, if you're going, walk with sneakers.
Well,
or shoes that are very comfortable.
River shoes, water shoes, hiking shoes, Crocs, whatever is most comfortable for you for a hike and waterfall river experience.
If you need to carry two shoes, I'd advise that as well. So the trail is a little bit more...
It's a little rocky, but it's not difficult. It's more intermediate. Yeah. So it's not an extremely easy hike, but it's quite manageable. And no, but we weren't fit. We were still kind of not fit. But at the time,
I wasn't the one with a breath here.
Whatever. So I was able to manage, and I don't consider myself to be very fit or very athletic, and it was quite manageable for me.
Yeah, so yeah, it was.
So you bring your repellent if you think you will need it.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Extra water if you want it.
Yep.
I know they serve coconut water there, and they also have other beverage options that you can choose from.
That too. And they also have a small little commissary section as well. So if you need like water or like a soda or something, that's available too. But we'll get into that somewhere.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And you carry all those amenities for your comfort whenever you're going to your beach trip or river trip. So as you say, your towel, the things that you need to freshen up, if you want to have something to cover your hair as well, because the falls is set up in a way where if you want to go under it, you can. It's not too deep.
Yeah, not too deep.
So all of those are the things for your comfort and convenience. Be sure to pack those.
Yeah. So once you well, I want to say get
Once
there.
you make your reservation and
and
it's
you book.
confirmed, you paid for your trip, this is now the day of your trip.
So,
and it's pretty easy to get to.
So, as I said, pretty close. So for me, well, not for me, but to get to so if you're leaving from halfway through, you're going to get to Papine. Well, let's start from Papine. I think everybody can get to Papine. You're going to leave from Papine, you're going to head to Gordon Town.
Square.
Yeah, Gordon Town Square. By the way, the team, once you make your reservations, they do assist you in terms of like how to get there, your landmarks on the way, that sort of thing. So kudos to them for that. But just generally, to get there, you're leaving from Papine and you're heading straight to Gordon Town. So you're going to get to Gordon Town Square. You're going to look for the the post office / Louise Bennett statue. That's
so
the
that
general
marks
area.
that marks the center
area
of Gordon Town.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, center of Gordon Town, and that is where the team will meet you to take you to pretty close to the location itself. So
if you need that extra direction, that is because they do have a designated area to park near where the location is, and then they'll provide you with a shuttle up to the location.
Yeah. So just be mindful of that as well. You're not necessarily driving directly to the gate.
There is some parking.
So you're gonna park close by, and then you're gonna drop. Well, once a jump, they have their car, it was a van. Everybody gets into the van, and then they'll take you to the entrance of the river. So just be mindful of that. If you're going there, just know that you have to pack. Your car is not going to be very, very close by. It's not a far walk though, but just be mindful that your car is not going to be close by. But it's fairly safe, nice location, park your car, jump on the bus, and then take it to the location. Quick walk.
Okay, so let's now get into the main event, so to speak. So exploring the falls, exploring the location. This is the number one reason why we went there, just to get that escape into nature, something different, something breathtaking. Just entering the location, it feels like a little slice of paradise, which is untainted by city living, so to speak.
Yeah, that's true.
So it almost feels like you're in like a little remote island, and there's little huts, and the river is running through.
Very
and
calm, by the way.
It's just very calm, tranquil. If you're a nature lover, a river lover, a waterfall lover, it is just heavenly.
Yeah, it's very nice. And as you head through the gate, which is what I love, you get down to the river.
You have an amazing view of the
nice
main property.
And people like me, them know I'm stay. As me reach,
take
smell
picture.
the food. Take the picture. Smell the food, and they greet me with two, as was mentioned before, two ital sip. So just also as well for the meals, right? So everything is gonna be ital and it's prepared right on the spot. But you're gonna go on the falls first before you get to the meals. But yeah, the first thing I got was an ital sip, so which was very nice.
Right. So they're served in these little calabash bowls. Yeah. So if you don't know what calabash is, it is a fruit that they use the outer covering or the shell to make bowls and different utensils.
Just think about like a coconut shell. It's like just
similar
a thin version.
Concept.
The concept,
right?
It's a thin version of it. Yeah.
Right. And they do practice a lot of sustainability as well. So we noticed that they didn't have any plastic straws. It was paper straws and wooden utensils as well. So kudos for that.
Kudos for that. But yeah, so when you get in now, so you're here, you're down, you make your way down into the river area, cross the little bridge.
Right.
You're going to pick your spot.
Right. You get to select an area that you want to just chill out for the day.
Yeah.
Leave your bags if you want to leave your bags. And this is the area that you're going to come and sit and have your meal and just relax.
We're going to serve you there and everything. So you just pick your spot. So we picked our spot closer to where
in the water,
in the
because we
water
wanted
area.
to keep our feet
Yeah.
in the water.
So that was our area. And you leave your things there perfectly safe. There's nobody. It's people are there watching your stuff. That sort of thing. So then now, I would advise you to travel light, heading to the falls for the hike. So
Right.
it's a good little walk. So like literally only carry the essentials
Just literally only carry your towel.
if you can.
Literally, that's the only thing you really are going to need,
Yeah.
because you're gonna come back down to the main area after you're done
Yeah.
to maybe change or do whatever else you need to do.
Yep.
So the hike up to the falls.
So this is where it gets really fun now. So these are my disclaimers. The hike to the falls was wonderful. Like you have a lot of
It's
scenic,
very scenic.
yeah, a lot of
You'll
scenic areas on the
Pass
way,
through the river multiple times.
and you
and
have little
then-
spots that you can stop. That sort of thing.
Right. However, each time you pass through a little river, you're wondering, oh, are we almost there? Are we there
Yeah.
yet? Are we there yet? And then you see these little signs.
Yeah, so pretty close. So it was kind of ironic, you
It
know.
was kind of nerve-wracking because
And if you ask the tour guide, he's gonna tell you pretty close, man. So
yeah. So for
but it's
me, it was kind of nerve-wracking because I was getting a little tired, and you're excited
she
to
never
just
look tired. She
get
did water
there.
break,
Whatever,
Go
man. And yeah, you saw those little signs of motivations
Yeah, man.
for you to
Keep
continue
going.
to
Pretty close.
persevering.
yeah. So it was kind of
And
fun.
they
That
also
was cute.
had these cute little signs as well on some of the trees saying "Kiss me here."
Yeah, that was kind of cute. Yeah.
So that was
a
kind of cute on the way up, but it was a nice little trek,
Yeah, it was a nice little trek.
especially if you
If-
love nature.
Especially if you love nature, and especially if you're going to. There are two falls, by the way. You have Orchid Falls, and you have what was that one?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we'll add the name on that one. So, but there are two falls. So if you're going to the longer one, it's going to be a longer walk. So just be mindful of that. So as I say, comfortable shoes, hiking shoes, jogging shoes, will
River
work.
shoes.
River shoes will work. If you're
I wouldn't
yardy,
say jogging shoes, because you have to actually pass through and walk through a lot of water.
yeah, I get
So-
that. But why I was saying jogging shoes, because there's some areas on the trail where
A little rocky.
it's a little rocky and you have to go put on a little, your rock climbing skills. Yeah. So there are little areas where, you're making your way through a little part and this is you, this is the rock, this is you, and this is the river. So yeah, you have to be careful. But if children can do it, it's pretty safe.
Yeah.
You just follow the guy's instruction. But as I say, just be mindful of that. Janelle just gave up with her slippers at the time and just started to walk barefoot. So that's
Yeah,
also a
because
thing
I
too.
was not prepared to walk in slippers because my foot was slipping out of it every time we passed through a
Some
river.
water.
So I just took it off. But next time, no better.
Yeah, but barefoot shoes would work perfectly.
All
for that
right.
type of thing.
So when you're finally at the falls, it is extremely beautiful,
Very.
tranquil, and I love the fact that the water is cool and refreshing and,
And
not
it
too
wasn't
deep.
cold. Yeah,
It
and
wasn't cold, it was cool.
it was cool. And it's not too deep.
Right, it's not too deep. So for non-swimmers like myself,
Me
it
too.
was perfect because you
Yeah.
had the opportunity to actually go under the falls
Stand up
and let
under the
it beat
beach.
down.
Well, she never had the opportunity to.
Because
do
my
that.
hair was freshly done.
Yeah, so her hair was freshly done. But
I'll be better prepared next time.
had a beautiful opportunity of standing under the falls
Yeah.
and get a nice massage.
You
So-
enjoyed it for the both of us.
Oh, I enjoyed it for myself. So, yeah. So we had to enjoy it for both of us, but it was really, really soothing.
And then it was
yeah.
nicely shaded too, because it's like it's just nestled in this
Right under
pocket
the
of
trees.
wilderness
Mhm.
where you don't have to worry about too much exposure to the sun because there's a lot of shade, a lot of trees to the side. It was just
Yeah, it was really nice.
beautiful.
Yeah. As I said, the only thing I would advise persons when you get to the falls and you're enjoying the water, that sort of thing, take your pictures early. Yeah, because when everybody start getting into the water, it's gonna be kind of difficult. So yeah, that's one. And also, please do not jump off the top of the falls, as I say, it's fairly shallow. So yeah, it's not a
I
time
don't
to
think
get
there was
up.
a way to go up top,
Yeah,
if I remember.
yeah, persons got up walk up the
Oh,
other
okay.
side. So yeah, it's not somewhere you jump off from. You could injure yourself. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah, but overall, the experience felt pretty safe,
Yeah. It was a big
pretty
property.
comfortable.
Mhm.
So it's nothing to be fearful of because sometimes when people say, "Oh, there's a hike," yeah, no, it's nothing to be fearful of. It was pretty manageable. So
You take your
hiking back
time.
down, of course,
Yeah.
is easier.
Well, yeah, hiking down
Naturally.
is easier for sure. But one of the things too, while you're there, you get your time. So the tour guide's gonna carry you, it's gonna show you the area. You get the time to spend there for a few
Relax,
minutes, relax,
play.
play that sort of thing. Then they're gonna tell you that hey, it's time to probably head back, that sort of thing. So you get a few, depending on what time you get there.
You get a few
because-
hours.
So we found a little path, please we could, couple them and everybody,
All right. So when we were heading back down, we did find a little area of interest.
Yeah.
So we had passed there was a huge rock, and we kind of passed it. We were hoping to get some photos and stuff like that, and realized that there was a
like a
nice
little
little pool
Yeah.
of cool water. It was more secluded and
Too
private.
shallow.
So yeah, it was pretty shallow. So it was fun.
Yeah,
We
that's nice.
enjoyed it.
So
yeah.
you make your way back down. You take your time. As I say, you're going back down. You're going back the same route. And when you get back now, you as I say,
You're served
immediately-
lunch.
So just for what is in each meal, and you can see the differences why I say I prefer lunchtime. So for breakfast, you have fried fritters, fried plantain, fried breadfruit, cabbage and callaloo, and an ackee and saltfish, and you get a cup of tea with that. And then for lunch,
So for lunch, you have the options to select from.
Yeah.
So if you don't eat something, or if you prefer this or that,
You
you
can
can
leave it.
customize it. Or if
Right.
you want everything, like we took everything, they have rice and peas, fried fish, cabbage or callaloo, ackee and saltfish, fried breadfruit, fried plantain, ital stew, which was really nice, and festival, and you also get coconut water.
Yeah. So the cool thing about the coconut water
Yeah.
now is that the coconut water is chilled in the river. So that's how cool the river is. So they made this little, and I'll insert the video here. They made a little concoction where it's like a little grill, and then they submerge all of the coconut waters under the water. So the cool
keep it
river
cool.
water running over the coconuts.
Which was
kinda keep
quite
chill, no?
interesting. Yeah.
So it's not, you don't get hot coconuts. They're fairly chill from the river, which is quite good. Yeah. So
Especially after that hike back down, you
Yeah,
will
yeah.
enjoy the refreshing drink.
coconut, yeah. So as I say, me like eat, me love my belly, me take everything.
So the food was pretty nice. It is ital, so they don't prepare with any salt or any artificial flavors or
Well, yeah,
yeah.
it's fairly
it's
ital.
ital is ital. So
So-
if you're vegan, you will love this spot as well.
If you're diabetic, hypertensive, well, if you're any other one of them intensive, yeah. you
Even
will
if
enjoy
you're
this as
not
well.
in any of those groups, the food is just very tasty.
And it's very well seasoned and well prepared.
Right.
And you also get it in a calabash with a bamboo fork.
Yes. If you're looking for like a sustainability break, it's quite a nice experience.
Yeah. And when you get there, as I said, we opted to have our dinner by the river. So my
Your
feet
foot was
are in the water
while
and
you're eating.
Yeah.
I
So
can't remember it now.
yeah, it was quite relaxing, So you just kick back and
Yeah.
your feet in the water and you enjoy some good food and stuff like that. So for us, we decided to walk back. No, we walk a good distance too.
It wasn't that bad because
Well, from the parking area to where the place is, it's not that far. But we opted to walk a little further. So
right. So just the entire vibe of the space, because no, it's like, why do you want to go to Pretty Close? Because I realize that a lot of persons have been going, and it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
It's a pretty tranquil space. The vibe is nice. The service is nice that
Yeah,
we
they're
got
pretty cool
from the
people.
staff.
And they were very helpful
pretty
too.
cool, pretty chill. And we just literally felt like home, like family, just.
Yeah, it really had that, grandmother cook for you outside that vibe.
It's just a space that has a lot of good vibes, good Jamaican,
Authentic.
ital,
Yep.
authentic vibes. To us, we would definitely recommend for you to add this one to your list,
100%.
especially if you're in Kingston and you want a breath of fresh air away from the hustle and the bustle of the city.
Mhm.
You just want somewhere secluded where you can just escape.
Trust me, guys.
Please visit.
Lying down on the
Pretty
bamboo,
close.
laying bamboo and listening to that river. Trust me.
And
It's
your
very-
foot just dangling in the water.
Yeah, it's very, very,
Yeah.
very. Yeah, I think the only thing they should probably add now is accommodations. Yeah, that one night
Right?
stay.
Because
That
I
would
would
have been
totally stay overnight. And I know a lot
Overnight.
of persons would love to as well. Just
see the
waking
river.
up to that,
Yeah, man.
falling asleep to that.
It's quite nice. It's quite nice and quite cool. But yeah, 100% recommend.
So remember to leave a like down below,
Comment.
subscribe, and let us know if you've been to Pretty Close before. What did you enjoy about it? And if you haven't, are you planning to visit now?
Yeah, I'm definitely adding to your list. I'm just saying,
Right.
it's getting the explore approved stamp.
Right. So we did enjoy it and we hope you do too. So until next time, keep exploring.
Bye, guys.
Bye.